We saw Doki squirt into someone's eye and someone's mouth or whatever. Now we're gonna watch me squirt. That's exactly what you guys came here for. Hi everybody, this is Salvi here with the VTuber news coming right up for you. Before that, of course, smash that subscribe button, hit that bell, and the like button as well, and let's get right into it. He has stepped into the ring and he has rebuked the situation with Grimmi. As we talk about Asmongold, who is a well-known creator, YouTube content creator, online streamer, political commentator at this point. And we have also Grimmi, who came out and, talked about Mythic, possibly, allegedly, according to her, skimming off the top. There's no way we can really know because we don't know the full details of everything. And we're probably never going to know because Mythic is not going to release those things, proprietary information, and also it would help competitors a lot of times to be able to compete with them on the cuts and things like that. So they're probably never going to release anything publicly, at least. And of course, this all started when she put out her information here about, the situation with Mythic. Mythic did respond in the way that we saw here, in saying that things are different than what they have been shown as. The whole explanation of 2100 and 4400 was around the amounts that were before the things at the top and things like that. So they gave their explanation, pretty much made it seem like Grimmi had no idea what she was saying, pretty much giving the idea that Grimmi did not know what she was doing and that she didn't understand things correctly without actually saying it. So that's the kind of feel you got from that one. And here she's saying, about it being a typo, there were agency fees. Those are the things that she was told. And, one of the questions that people had was, why did they, get to 2,000, then gave her the 2,100 anyways, and say it was a typo? Who is, is it the right hand not knowing what the left hand is doing inside of Mythic? That is a problem in and of itself. At this point, we're trying to get statement out first in order to get ahead of the issue. That's what she's saying here. She's saying she doesn't want money or attention or anything like that. She just wants people to be able to be informed on their decisions when it comes to sponsorships with Mythic. She also mentions that people aren't evil at Mythic, but that she did have this issue specifically. Now, after all of this stuff happened here, we had Asmongold, who did leave Mythic on whatever terms he left Mythic. They split ways. Asmongold was actually one of the streamers that created Mythic Talent, along with other streamers, if I'm not mistaken. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. But he says he has no issues with the agency and just wants to move on rather than deal with toxicity surrounding it. Also thinks Grimmi's allegations are total BS. I should feel kind of bad for Mythic. I don't really give an S about streamer stuff anymore. Have gone through so much drama. Haven't been involved in any decision-making process for over a year. I would rather advocate for things that are really meaningful. Why I'm in a world where I'm worried about what 200 to 1,000 viewer streamers think about me. I find more willingness to collab with people on Twitch. Learn that people on Twitch are a lot more sensitive. And here you go. I love working with them. I think that the lies are being spread, that they are skimming funds, are total BS. And here is the section of it. Here we go.
That the connection with you, like basically people on Twitch, I think are a lot more sensitive in general. I love working with them. I think they're great people. I have zero animosity, and I think that these lies that are being spread about them, that they weren't making payments, they were like fucking skimming funds, are total fucking bullshit. And I don't know why you would say that without being absolutely fucking certain. So it's insane that you would even say this. But anyway, and I mean to say this about a talent company like this is like one of the worst things you can say about a place like this. And it's like spreading that lie is ridiculous.
So yeah, he believes it is total BS and it is ridiculous. And again, I mentioned this. That's what he's talking about. He's talking about this whole thing with Grimmi. There are other people who have come out and said that they have had no issues. This person here, Tenha, has done over $200,000 in opportunities, and according to them, they have always made sure, like Mythic has always made sure the products are handled correctly. Everything is handled correctly. Everything is done on the up and up, and it depends on what side you want to be on. And it says, Grimmi never claimed Mythic didn't pay her what she agreed upon in contracts. What she found was Mythic was skimming money from their actual invoice prior to offering her deal. Told the deals were 2,000, 4,000 when they were really 2,100, 4,400. Supposedly those 2,100 and 4,400 were after the fees were already taken out. So that's what she was saying, that there were extra fees taken out. Again, we will never know, unfortunately, because Mythic is a company that will not release that information. It's very hard. The only time that probably that information will be released is if there's a lawsuit. And again, all these things are alleged and accusations because of the fact a lawsuit hasn't happened and it hasn't been found in a court of law to be true. So until that happens, it is still an allegation and an accusation. Say it was agreed upon. Did you mean agreed upon the amount that was shown you directly for the sponsor, or an amount agreed upon between you and Mythic? Do you know for a fact the sponsor did not agree to pay more? So people are still having questions about the whole thing. But Asmongold has come out and said that he believes all of this is BS. And it says, Asmongold, the streamer, is no longer represented by Mythic plus Zach Hoyt, the person still a part owner of Mythic Plus. Does he even say anything about Substance? Yeah, with Substance, I feel like anytime there's something where he could tangentially be related to it, spends 10 minutes going, what would I like to do? Look at the scenario. He can just say, I don't want to talk about it, and move on. So yeah, some people, of course, always have issues with Asmongold one way or another. And they are going to be having their issues there. Either way, it does look like he has spoken out. It may be because of his ties to Mythic. It may be because of the fact that he did create, I believe he was a partial creator of Mythic. Correct me if I'm wrong again. He does have long-term ties with them. And if you have good experiences with the company, it is hard to believe that the company can do anything bad. Again, it could very well be that there was some misunderstandings going on there with Grimmi. Could very well be. Or it could be Grimmi's 100% right. And there's way more stuff that goes deeper into the rabbit hole. We don't know, and we probably will never know, like I said, because there will be no public release of that information from Mythic because of proprietary information and competitor information and all that kind of stuff. Either way, I wish the best for all of them. Asmongold's going to be successful either way. Grimmi's going to continue to be successful in her own way. And I just wish the best for them and that they continue having success in their lives. He got mass reported and got banned on Twitch. As we're moving on to Celestium, an independent female English and Spanish language Christian VTuber who returns to streaming as a PNG tuber in 2024 and has done a lot since then. So why are we talking about her? Well, like I mentioned, she did have her content banned on Twitch. However, unfortunately, the next couple of streams will not be multi-streamed on Twitch. As of today, I'm temporarily suspended from the platform. I am doing my own investigation to know who's likely behind it. Life ruination is never okay. Even so, I will trust in Christ. In the meantime, your support on my other platforms is very much appreciated. Here we go. Celestium is, putting their other things here. People are supporting her as, mass reporting is never a good option for people that you do not like. Even if you do not like their message, even if you do not agree with their message, even if you are not behind their message, do not go and do that because it is not the proper way of doing things. You are creating a whole atmosphere where that is okay, and that should not ever be the case. The person who did it is Inuzuka Ray, who now has their post protected because they have been caught doing this, and a lot of people, even people who maybe would be on their side, are no longer on their side now because of this. We have these. Heads up, folks. Mass report Celestium for hateful conduct. Twitch already hit Maria Grace with a ban for a week. Let's see if Celestium gets the same thing. If Twitch bans Celestium, that will be the only damn thing I want to see before my S can go back on track. And this was on February 26th, showing that they wanted to do something like that. And they had responded here. Not gonna lie, at this point, I couldn't care less to see that people say, I hope you rot in the deepest pit, you slimy, self-centered little blank. So people don't like that. With hateful conduct, your butt would be back. Here it says, everyone, another Elias Malachi says, everyone please report Ray for harassment. This is not okay. And the post is no longer available because of the fact they protected their post. And it says, consider it done, especially after this. He's a demon, reported Ray for harassment instead. There we go. And one big person that does put these, information out. One of the reasons I know about this whole thing was Ember Paradox. It says, okay, at Twitch, DJ Clancy, I thought one of the platform's TOS was against brigading. Well, sure hell looks like a call to brigade a streamer. For what reason, I don't even know. Celestium Art is a sweetheart whose only crime is being someone religious faith. And being proud of this, this should not be a reason for the platform to ban her. And it is disgusting that they should claim hate speech in her ban while also allowing hate brigades to judge fire against her. The reason why she was hate brigaded more than likely is because of her takes on whether it be something on the LGBTQ. That's usually what ends up getting that happening. Now, well, I don't agree with the takes that people have that are anti-LGBTQ because I'm very, very accepting of all that kind of stuff. People know in my community, it is a very accepting community of that. And LGBTQ community is very welcome in my community. Always has been. While I do not agree with the things that Celestium or other people say and whatever they say, it is their right to say it. It is a platform that allows things like that to be said as long, and here's the big caveat, it is not sending a call to action. What I mean by call to action is a call either veiled or otherwise, to send hate or to send some kind of, well, whatever action they want, whether it be hate or brigading or, violence or anything like that. As long as it's not a call to action, it should not break TOS. Just as any reminder, any complaints against Twitch Golden Boy Hassan is to be completely ignored regardless of their validity. He never receives the ban for actively advocating against violence against others. That's the thing. Hassan has done call to actions. Active call to actions. He has said, dye the streets with their red capitalist, you fill in the blank. He has said those things before. And that has not gotten him any more than like a one-day ban. And that is BS. And only after a lot of people complained about it. Then, to save face, they ended up banning him for 1 day, on a day that he had off anyways. And, terrorism, animal abuse, all that kind of stuff there. Christian VTuber gives an opinion or gasps praise for the safety of those Christians currently located in the Middle East and Israel during the Iran conflict and its bannable offense. Seriously, this is how these psychopaths operate. They go after soft targets who try to avoid drama in an effort to silence them because they don't like what they have to say. Well, I'm not a soft target and I have zero problem fighting back and defending people like Celestium against people like this. If Celestium was not saying anything against his LGBTQ community, even if they were, it doesn't matter. Here's what you do. If you don't like what they say, here's what you do. Block, ignore, move on. You just mute them, move on. Don't bring another bit of hatred in there because someone has certain faith. I do not judge on anybody's faith. I am just, I let you do what you go and do, but I also, there's some things that I don't agree. Of course, that's just one of those things that happens. I let people live and let live, as the type of thing is. As long as they don't go and attack me, then I live and let live. And more or like I said, send active violence or try to send some kind of call to action for anything else going on. And more, we need your voices on this because it 100% feels like an attack on a person's religious faith and opinion, and thus an attack on their very freedom of speech and religion. And here we go. And of course, there are some people that will say, in a private space, in a private place like Twitch, you don't necessarily have freedom of speech, because freedom of speech technically is, at least in the US, it is freedom against government oppression or government censorship for your speech. Technically, that is what it is. But a lot of places like Twitch and others, they do try to be at least allowing of that type of speech as well on their platforms. Although technically on a public platform, there is no such thing as protected speech because it is a private platform. And that's what I mean. On a private public platform like Twitch, they are a platform, but they are a private entity. So technically you don't have freedom of speech, but they do have terms of service of what you can say and can't say. And they themselves should not be idiots and hypocrites and break their own terms of service. By they, I mean Twitch in banning people that shouldn't be banned. All I can think about now is F you Twitch. I will do to them what they did to Sapphire. And it says, what the F Twitch, your own policy is very clear about this. Follow your own rules. It's like it says, promotion of physical harm, malicious brigading. We do not allow harassment on Twitch. So yeah, that what is doing here, this is brigading. What's being done here with Inuzuka Rei is brigading. And let's see here, people are reacting. Active calls for brigading are against Twitch TOS Twitch support. You should look into the suspension of Celestium art. It'd be nice to see something actually get done when a streamer is targeted unfairly. And here it is. Heads up, folks. Mass report Celestium for hateful conduct. And that's what it is. This is brigading. This is call to action. These call to actions are, and one thing you have to remember, Twitch does that no matter if it's on Twitch or if it's on our AF platform. They've always said this. On our AF platform, doesn't matter. They will get you. That's what they say. I wonder if they'll do it. I've been trying to deal with this blank for a hot minute, and where due process got a permaban for existing. Great job, leadership. A lot of people, I did say this when they retweeted this, even if I disagree with her, I will defend your to the death. You're right to say it. I'm the same way. Even if I disagree with you, I will not want you to get brigaded. I will not want you to get attacked. I will not want you to get, have this what happened to Celestium, because she got brigaded. She got targeted for harassment. It's time to leave political displays behind to start acting your TOS evenly and fairly. It's very true. Other things like this. Hassan got a slap on the wrist for his threats and inciting violence, while Celestium is banned for wrongfully through his harassment campaign through false reporting. That does happen there, see? And then you have another one here. Update regarding the Celestium art. Cannot verify the authenticity of this Reddit post, as the account no longer seems to exist since this posting. It appears that the post may have been genuine and posted to an exit. May have been genuine, posted to the account of Inazaka that has since been suspended as well. receiving reports that Inuzuka is now feverishly scrubbing her online presence, including deleting his Reddit account, suspended, deleting Blue Sky account, and more. All this occurred as Celestium threatened to file a cease and desist against Inuzuka. This is further evidence that the mass reporting done against Celestium was completely malicious in nature and had no validity whatsoever. Calling on Twitch support to reverse Celestium's Twitch ban immediately, which, you know, if these things are true here, backing out for Celestium effective immediately. As you can see here, they are doing all of this here. As you can see, the cease and desist was sent, and or at least threatened, and they will give themselves some days to recover, some time off, that kind of thing. Sparky also put this out here. Max got locked for an entire week. I had this coming up, but the stuff got very heated, so I said I'm still after Ilara. I just want to say that I will continue to support and stand with Ilara during this difficult time. Please show Ilara some love and support while I recover. I'm doing everything I can to take Celestium down, resolve this conflict. Prayers go to the victims instead. And it says here, thank you for bringing this to my attention. You clearly see this mass reporting as a direct attack against Celestium by a bad actor, a specific effort to deplatform her because of difference of opinion or perceived slight. Also have it on good authority that this person has been stalking Celestium for at least 2 to 3 months. Clearly this person has targeted Celestium and weaponizing Twitch's automated mass reporting system. Again, I will once more point to your own TOS. This is a horrible look for you, Twitch. Celestium should be unbanned immediately, and any record of this ban should be stricken from her record on Twitch. You have already instituted absolutely insane 7-day ban on her when people like Hassan will only receive 1, maybe 2 days, if any at all, for doing things like this, promoting actual terrorism and issuing calls for violence against people. That is a disgustingly disproportionate level of favoritism on your part, and it's very true. Abhorrent, literally punishing the victim of hate campaign. I remember you at this time here. Once more approve, lend considerable voices in bringing this matter to light. And that Sparky is this person here that has been putting a lot of information out, including this. You get 1 brownie point. If Celestium attacks Ilara, I will make sure Celestium doesn't see Jesus again. Hey, I just want to say, Ilara, coming out and actually saying this, I denounce this 100%. Just because I disagree heavily with Celestium does not mean you can threaten someone. You are not a part of my community, and I don't ever enforce this behavior. And then it continues on to say here, I feel extremely sorry for you, Lara. What it did was wrong, but it was also for your own good. I don't want you to get hurt by criticism. Defended you on a good cause. It says, I may not be part of your community, but I still support you and I fight for you just about any VTuber, especially Cinder, many others. I understand the war is never the answer with your problems in VTubing communities. I know I took a big hit from all this to save you, Lara. You're still a big streamer. Your fans, including some people, including myself, will continue to stand with you in your defense. And here it goes here. And it says for what's going on right now, it's basically going to fix my account, start over from scratch, not scrubbing anything. I'm basically wanting to change my ways, make things easier for myself. So if they do change their ways, it's good. But Ilara and other VTubers don't want people brigading others for this type of stuff. It is good for him to just leave, and it is good for him to take a break from all of this, honestly. It's a Pirate Pub effing course. Flame B herself disavowed the ilk of them. I'm looking at praying for you too. What is PR agency? Pirate Pub, I'm confused. And that's borderline stalker talk. But it's a bit disturbing even while being explicitly denounced for it. He views this harassment campaign as some type of noble sacrifice. Yeah, that becomes a big issue there. And hopefully they actually resolve these things by becoming better. It's hard a lot of times for that actually to happen, but I do hope that they get better. And as I said before, whether I agree or disagree with what Celestium said, most of the time I'll disagree with what Celestium and people like that say, because they have a different value system than I do. But that is never, ever, ever a reason to go and attack them. Value systems can be different. If you don't like their value system, ignore them, move on. I think 100% that what happened to Celestium is wrong and should be fixed by Twitch. It is a travesty that the TOS was abused this way, and they're not even following their TOS when doing it. So it should be reversed immediately. She did it. She really freaking did it. We're talking about Hoshimachi Suisei today, who is a female VTuber with Hololive JP, the Japanese branch of Hololive. She was originally independent, who was recruited and allowed to become a part of Hololive with her original form. This Suisei form, the original 1.0 Suisei, was created by her, and her community came with her. So they actually adopted her channel, which is the only time I've ever seen that happen in Hololive specifically. They adopted an already existing channel. That's not what they do, but they did it for her. She became a part of Inaka Music, and then later she joined as part of like the Gen Zero thing. Well, what am I talking about? What she did? She did this. FORTNITE. Here to put stellar performance, VTuber Hoshimachi Suisei is coming to FORTNITE on March 12th. And this is coming off the heels of another one that Fortnite did, and I'm going to show you that one right now. And it is the Keys in the Eye one that you can see here. This was in January. He's no longer in the eShop, in the Fortnite shop, but now we were going to be having Hoshimachi Suisei coming to it March 12th. I think Fortnite saw that it was very popular. Fortnite saw that it made a good amount of money, and so did Hololive. And Hololive was like, hey, give us a chance. This is, we're a big VTuber agency, etc. And they wanted to be a part of it as well. I responded when it happened. It is amazing that Suisei is there. It's absolute sweetnima. VTuber Fortnite, one of my favorite things. You have here, good thing I'll have my Epic Rewards money ready. Wow, this is stellar. Absolute sweetnima. Let's go, BB Diva time. And yes, she does have her BB Diva thing there that she is very, very popular. It's a new song. It's one of her songs besides Stellar and others that have become very popular. And Manifesting Suisei, getting it as Fortnite emote. And Hoshimachi Suisei there. A lot of people are just very, very happy, hoping that maybe more VTubers later on get added into it. I'm honestly hoping that more VTubers later on get added into the whole thing. And here are some other responses by Keen Biscuit. Is that Hoshimachi Suisei from Fortnite? And then you have others like Suisei is coming to Fortnite. Narissa. ERB is, happy Mori Calliope will be playing upon drop. So a lot of Hololive people are going to be playing it upon drop. 6-7 here. Kanauru, who is also a person who does a lot of things for Hololive. Time to BB Diba over everybody. UB enters Fortnite, purchases BB Diba. BB closes Fortnite. Parody accounts also talking about the Fortnite thing. Good, adding more features for Fortnite. Higher chance we get the burnt peanut in game. Oh dear lordy. Vestia Zeta from Hololive ID says I'm ready. Gerard T. Rexford, I never thought I'd say this, but time to play Fortnite. Machinex Flayon, Peak. You have other, many other VTubers in here. Coefficient, BSP. Because I think Doki had her own type of Fortnite skin as well. Or at least, no, Doki was purchasing a lot of Fortnite skins. And then you have, other people around here also giving their full thoughts. Down Asteria, Banned VTuber Memes, Flufu. A lot of people are just very happy, and so am I. Big congratulations to, as I keep scrolling, big congratulations to Hoshimachi Suisei and the community that has waited for this moment to come, where we have official VTubers with Keys in the Eye first, and now Hoshimachi Suisei becoming a part of the whole Fortnite economy. I think it's going to sell well, and it's going to do well because Hololive, a lot of Hololive people are already saying they're going to be playing it. So it is going to be something that is going to have a lot of promotion there in the whole thing. Go. Go. Bitch. Oh, you bitch! Oh, you bitch! There we go. Haha! I didn't know that one happened, but that was so satisfying. Oh, Leon, I think I love you more now. I think you made me wet. Hey, yo, wait, I didn't. What? I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say shit. You didn't hear shit. You didn't hear shit. Thank you guys for watching as always, and of course take a look, and if you enjoy everything, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, all those things that YouTube asks of you. Really do appreciate you. Have a wonderful day.